Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. In this video we are going to create a sales order and we'll release it to warehouse. Okay, now in a typical scenario, you will create your sales order. Second, here you will create your sales order, then you are going to release it to your warehouse, right? But when you release your sales order to warehouse, it simply means that the warehouse worker should know, right? Like what should be done, right? So we'll also create the work template. We'll also set up the location directive, right? From which location we need to pick what all, right? Directive. And also what work actually needs to be done. So we'll do setup for each of them. Okay. So for that, the first thing is that we'll do some initial setup. So this is going to be a 3-step process where we'll be setting the location directive first. Okay. So let me go to my advanced warehouse management here, collapse, setup, and I can go to my location directive. Here we go. Okay, now here if you see, make sure you are selecting your work order type, as I'm going to create a sales order, so I will select this one. Okay, and here if you see, currently we have these 3 sequences like pick, put and bay door. Okay, so I'm going to create a new one here. Okay, I will call it as pick to something like this, and here's the work type. Okay, I'm going to pick it, right? Because when I will release my sales order to warehouse, the workers are going to pick it, correct? Yeah, so let me save this, and here I can go to my warehouse location. I can specify in general, or I can also default as well. So for now I'm going to select my site number 3 and my warehouse number 30. Okay, I'm going to save it. Okay, now here I will actually give my information about lines. Okay, for example, if this is my line number 1, if the quantity will start from 0 to, let's say, 9999. okay, if this will be the quantity. Okay, let me go here. I'm going to save this. Okay, now I can go further here. I can choose my location directive action. I will give a name here. So for example, let me call it as pick. Okay, here I will keep it by default only, fixed and non-fixed location. Let me save this here. Okay, now here if you see this, like I have completed my first setup, that is I created my location directive. Okay, now the next thing is that we need to create the work template. Okay, so for that again I will go to my warehouse management, I'll go to my setup, and here I can go to my work, and here I have something called work template. Okay, so here you will be defining, okay, the sequence and everything. Okay, so here what I will do, I will simply create a new one second, what is invalid? Okay, here I need to give a name to my work template. I will say SO pick 2. Okay, let me save this. Okay, I need to add line first, then only it will save. Okay, so I will click on new here. First thing is that I can select my work type, because my workers will be doing the pick, right? Okay, and here I will choose this one only, and I need to select my work class ID. Okay, so I will select here my SO pick. Okay, I will again click on new. Okay, then I will simply now I will select my put now. Okay, and this time I'm going to select my SO pick, and let me try to save this. Okay, now here this work template is ready. So if you understand it deeply, so here what I'm doing, I'm defining my actions. Okay, first of all, the pick should be done. This is the work class ID. Okay, and this is going to be a mandatory step. Now let me create a sales order and show you how we can use that. So I will go to my sales and marketing. I can create my sales order. I will go to all sales order form. I'll click on new. I will select my customer number. So I will go with this 027 customer. And then I will select my site and warehouse. So I can go here to my storage dimension and I can select my site and warehouse. And this will help me to create my sales order. Okay. Now once my sales order is created, now the next step here would be to add my line items. So I can come here, I can search for my P9500. Okay, this grapefruit juice. I will say that I am interested in 4 quantity here. I can enter my quantities now. So I'm going to go with 4 quantities. Okay, and let me save this. Okay, and here let me change the reservation. Here I will go to my line details. I can go to my setups here, and okay, here the reservation is manual only. Okay, right, then I can go to here. I can go to my reservation, click on inventory, click on reservation, and here I am going to reserve all the 4 items. Okay, I'll click on reserve the lot. Okay, alright, so I think we only have this much quantity. So what I will do, let me quickly do the inventory adjustment. So I can come to my inventory management, and here what I can do, I can go to my on hand list. Here I will search for this item P9500. I can copy this and let me put a filter here, and I will click apply. Okay, I will click here, and here I will click on this quantity adjustment, and let me call it as we have 100 quantities available. I'll click OK. Okay, so I will wait for this one. My inventory should get updated. Now let's try again. Okay, so here if you can see, we have reserved the lot. Okay, so this is, so basically few items are yet to arrive. Okay, so that's why we are getting 3 here and 1 is physically available. Okay, so let me again go to the sales order. Let me copy this. I will search for my sales order number, open this, okay, and here if I go to my reservation again, so the reservation is there. Okay, like 1 is physically available, 3 are on ordered status. Okay, because we did the quantity adjustment. Alright, now here we now need to release this one to a warehouse, so we'll simply click on release to warehouse, and load and everything should be created in a few minutes from now. Okay, and here if you see, this has been submitted to run in batch. Okay, has been created for shipment is created. Okay, now we'll see this information after some time because the batch needs to be run. Okay, copy this, so we can see information from here. If I'll go to my shipment detail, you can see this number is there, VYD is here, our site and warehouse. Okay, and you might be wondering why we have only 1 quantity here, because the currently physically available is 1 only. Actually, this was a scenario, right? We ordered the 4 quantities. Now in our warehouse we only have 1, 3 are yet to arrive. Okay, so there is already a few purchase order and quantity adjustment that we have done, so they will also come to this particular warehouse, then they can pick. But for now, as only 1 is available physically, so the shipment is done for 1 only. Like the shipment is basically created for 1 quantity only. Alright, so this is how you can use Redis to warehouse. Thank you for watching this video.